Good morning, America. This is your friend Dr. Turi, and today we are June the 25th. We are 5 days into that shocking, mind-boggling, unusual type of window. So what I did today, again, is to gather the news as produced by those cosmic disrupting winds, which are always manipulated by the reptilians. I'm sorry, my voice is still affected by those medications. I didn't take them yet, so this way I can produce a little video. I'm still healing, spending much of my time sitting my butt on my couch watching TV all day long. It's a nightmare for a ADHD like me to be forced sitting down. I guess the painkiller and the medication, which are numbing me, are helping me to hang around until I feel better, till my hip and my back go back normal, so I can just be me again and enjoy life. For now, I'm just having a bit of difficulties, but I'll be all right in time. All right. As always, very, very important for you to take the time to read June 20th, SOS to the World Prediction Facts, Dr. G radio show, July predictions. These are the next predictions. But instead of adding to the previous newsletter, which was titled June 14th, 2028, 2019 SOS to the World Deadly Window, instead of adding to this, I just start a new one and picking up the latest shocking, mind-boggling, explosive, technological UFO news, as anticipated using Nostradamus' 16th century Divine Astrology methodology. All right, so what I'm going to do is to kind of make you understand the news, or looking at the news in a very different way than what was like if you was watching the news on CNN or Fox or any other news media. Looking the news the way I do, understanding the news the way I do. And to do that, of course, all you have to do is to listen to this video first, and most importantly, go and read. It's very important, because a lot of people are not audible, which means they don't learn by listening. They learn much easier. They can assimilate much better my work by reading. So it's important to read if you have any problem digesting my work. Okay, June 20th, that's when the energy starts, the maximum point, so to speak. And it starts on that date, and the window will last all the way up to the next one. So June 20th is the date, so we're 5 days after this date. So the quatrain is pretty simple. Entrail, upset, speed above. We're talking about volcanic eruptions. And if you read it, then we have had quite a lot of activity on that area. Red, fire, wind, water to dance. I'm talking about tornado. And last window, we had 500 of those during that window. Stars, command, shock, science. That means all the scientists, geologists, reading my work out, scratching their very big, educated heads, still wondering how the hell I do it, especially when it comes to earthquakes. Calm, deception to strike. Because earthquakes, and of course, with it, great chances of getting a tsunami activity. Draco didn't let me down as far as earthquakes are concerned. Today, the 25th, we had a 6.3. Yesterday, we had a 7.3. And yesterday, we also had a 6.1. Okay, now that window also was produced, because it was for the 20th, on the 21st, 6.2. On the 19 is 6.3, and on the 18 is 6.4. And during the window for June the 14th, we had a 7.2 and a 6.4. So with that in mind, there's no wonder why those who are involved, the scientific community, those are involved in learning, predicting earthquakes, or scratching their big educated head, because I do it all the time. And what's more interesting, of course, is that you could check any of the links, which are my previous radio show or my latest radio show with Dr. J, my good friend Dr. J. You can see those dates were given, and the next date that I'm expecting are into the Dr. J show, and you have all the details in that newsletter. All right, so the keywords, as always, involve those words: NASA, technology, explosion, shocking, and of course, we had this SpaceX launch. It misses its marks, splash into the ocean. One of the boosters didn't work properly. Mr. Elon Musk, the billionaire here, is more interested in making a business out of this, make more money, so it's definitely infected with greed and ego. And the draconists are going to make sure that this project's going to have a lot of problems, so much when it comes back. Hopefully it's going to be okay, but the draconists induce those accidents as to avoid the proliferation of conductive metal trash in our solar system that disturb their transmission, trans-universal ships, and sensitive navigational system. So they don't like, in other words, a rich, greedy sucker like Elon Musk to do what humans do in throwing plastic into the ocean. They don't want us to contaminate the solar system. It's affect their businesses. All right, now basically doing this mess up is mostly because they want to stop humanoid wasting resource, destroying Earth's vital ozone layer with primal poisonous combustible propulsive technology. Concentration on stopping Earth depleting the ozone layer. They want to stop the Mars Moon financially oriented mission, because I guarantee you that. And the future, as always, and will always be my utmost precise and faithful witness. Man will never set foot on Mars, ever. Regardless of the technology that you want to believe we're going to go there, we're already there. Technology speaking, that might be doing a lot of work there, but as far as human living there, it's still deception, manipulation, entertaining. All they want is your money, and these people will do anything and everything. They lie to you in order to maintain power, to build up their ego and make more money, greed. And that's why the reptilians will always give the stage to people who cannot make the difference between divine cosmic information and pure imagination. Again, when I start to do my own UFOs conference again, my slideshow, my explanation are going to just be so different than what you have heard before. And that's going to be very, very challenging and very, very difficult for a lot of people to accept, because they've been fed the same stuff for years. Basically, what's happening that all these UFO speakers out there, most of them don't have cosmic consciousness. That's a given. Okay, secondly, 99% of them have never seen a UFO, let alone talking to an extraterrestrial, channeling information, right information from him. So those human beings, those scientists born, do not understand they are becoming the reptilians. They already have lost the spirit. It's all about science and rational and logic and imagination. There is no true essence of the understanding of the soul of the cosmos and the purpose of the extraterrestrials building those planets, which are much more than dead rock hanging above your head for the sake of beauty. soul of the cosmos is interacting with the human mind, which is responding to the universal mind. So those planets have values of spiritual energies that are conducting the human experience. A lot of interesting things to talk about once I get back on stage and start to educate people on the cosmic code jurisdictions and the values and the agendas of both the reptilians, which are very negative, can only survive with fear, chaos, negativity, and of course the draconis, which are stimulating the mind of more progressive, positive scientists. What shooting down a 110 million drone says? Well, the word technology does apply because it's part of my keywords. And again, remember, that's part of the draconis. They don't like all this mess, all this junk out there. Passenger says she woke up alone on empty plane. Again, the keywords are very clear. I mentioned aeronautics, and it's pretty shocking to be waking up in the dark in an airplane. Everybody is gone. That person probably was born either in October or in January, and these people fall asleep just like that. Or they have a problem. Sleeping is always something to do. And sleeping with Libra or a Capricorn, it's a very addictive sign. Either is it religion or is it science? No, I don't know the people, don't know her. But obviously, there was also something that she have ingested, and like all specific sign who have a problem delegating with the subconscious, she was knocked out and didn't hear anybody leaving, didn't hear anything. So she was definitely under. I don't think just reading a book will do that. Been traveling the world many times and fell asleep a few times. I always get up, woke up when it's time to waking up. So this person has probably a metabolism that is addictive, knocked out the subconscious with the conscious, and then there she was left alone. So she's also reptilius infected. Now, you can't take that personally when I said you're reptilius infected. Everybody is reptilius infected, including me. That's why when I take my medication, I get panic attack and I start to get hot and cold and I start to go out of water. I gotta eat a lot and drink a lot so I can handle it and walk around around my pool here trying to get some fresh air and keep my marble together because I'm losing it with so much shit, excuse my French, in my system, which is pure, clean, forever. We smoke pot. So understand that when I say you're infected, it's not an attack to you, okay? Because I am also infected, legally or illegally. We get infected, drinking, pot, drugs. We all are infected. It's not like David Icke says, only the Queen of England or Obama or God knows what, the people in power. No. David Icke is more infected than anybody else because all his teaching is all about through his conspiracy material and just fear, the negativity, and that's what the reptilians want. That's why they pushed him to the top, so he can infect more people. Just be aware, listen, pay attention. I know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's keep going with the news in reference to the keyword I gave you. You in my VIPs a long time ago. The world favorite super cheap computer just got a big update. That's technology. Remember, Mercury is retrograde, bringing the people of the past into your life, the affairs of the past. Apollo 11 is on TV all over the place. So affairs of the past are coming back, and not exactly good, not exactly in a good way. I keep listening. Okay, first cut off a still big new era in nuclear weapons, submarine warfare. Again, that's reptilian technology. Anything that stimulates the mind of our scientists to create something that is designed to kill and destroy is reptilian infected. Simple, positive, negative, up and down, black and white. The light, the darkness. Who are you going to be working for? Understand what I'm trying to say here. Let's be objective. Man arrested on film studio for hiding a camera in a woman's bathroom. What a sucker. Again, that's reptilian technology misuse in the name of sexual desire. In that case, this guy probably could never get a date. His life depends on it to do such a negativity, there's no words to describe such stupidity. One of these suckers would definitely need one of my talisman in order to boost his Venus energy so that it's not repellent anymore. He can get a normal woman. Doesn't have to spy on them and play with himself in the process. That's totally disgusting. But hey, that's what the reptilians do. All right, to a certain point in time, they will, get people to go so crazy that with drugs and infection and sexual drive, they go into porn, and worse, they go and kill women. So it's serious. It's happening. Now, billionaire donate $189 million to study artificial intelligence. Again, reptilian technology. If I had a 189 millions, I certainly would not put it into artificial intelligence. I put it in educating all the children in the world by building my astropsychology, astroforensic schools, so we can all reconnect with God cosmic design, God cosmic divinity, instead of promoting the reptilian agenda, which is turning 99.9% of human beings, scientists, irrational and practical, into future reptilians who are going to lose the essence of the spirit. As simple as that. So that's why the chance of me winning the lottery and doing things in a big way are very remote as long as the reptilians lead. That will change in time, not just yet. Now, why pilots are seeing UFOs? Again, if you noticed it lately, there is a lot of talk about UFOs on CNN and various TV programs, including Ancient Alien. This doesn't mean they're going to invite me because I'm not reptilian infected. I will not promote technology. I would not promote the discuss artificial intelligence, ridiculous theory of UFO based into the Antarctic or on Earth for that matter, or extraterrestrial delegating with a member of our government. All this bull that you have here for years is gonna change. You're about to get a very serious wake-up call when I get on. Okay? So keywords mention UFOs, and there we go. All of a sudden, there is a lot of talk about UFOs. The reptilians are really, really leading the dance of madness. And hey, the idea is to beat them at their own psychical game and start to use progressivity. And you got no business on Mars and Jupiter or Saturn. Absolutely no business there. They were not designed by the galactic grand cosmic order. They were not designed for you to go there. No, it's much more, it's much deeper. It's all psychical, it's all spiritual. Okay, you heard my previous videos before. Okay, I know for a fact extraterrestrials are real and bypass the believing process, pretty much like astrology. It's a science. You don't believe in a science. You study to understand, you see the reaction. UFOs are the same. They've been with me since I'm a kid. And Draco is telling me all sorts of things that even myself sometimes I have a problem to accept. But, I've learned not to doubt him because it's work, it's real. So, I have a few conferences coming up. So the one that's coming up with a lot of big UFO heads out there in that cruise in October. Okay, if you want to join us, believe me, you're going to see the real power of Draco. When I do my lectures and after, when I use his power to heal you, to help you reach your wishes. So it's going to be a very interesting UFO conference. So the one I'm going to do in the future. So if you join, make sure to mention my name, okay? It's very important. So I know that you can there for me and I'm going to take care of you my way when we get there. What else do we have about those news that are mind-boggling? Republicans are hiding rather than vote on climate bill. Oh my gosh. And those suckers are making millions. Assassination of these guys. These guys are actually unwilling to work for something that is so damn obvious. It's the reptilians that just they don't want those guys to lose they don't want to lose their job, the money, the position, their fame. They'd rather say that doesn't exist. I don't want to hear about it. Then now they have to get the cops to give those guys to work. Like us, they're privilege select, make a lot of money, don't pay taxes. Ridiculous. It's the reptilians. System. Okay, you're nobody. You're nothing. You're nothing. We're nothing. I'm like you. What else do we have that is stimulated by the nefarious reptilians? Chernobyl and the dangerous ground of dark tourism. Again, I mentioned nukes and shocking. Can you believe that? First of all, affairs of the past. The Chernobyl is from the past. Mercury retrograde would impose things in the affairs of the past. Not just Apollo 11, but Chernobyl. They said, if you go there, it's like you're gonna smoke 3 cigarettes because it's so low. Don't you believe what those people who are setting up those trips? All they are telling you, all they want is this. It's like NASA. All they want is money and build up little computers and little robots to go to Mars. They don't want to work hard like we do. They don't care about Mother Earth and our wildlife, deforestation, coal and oil. All they want is this. They don't care. And if let's say they never will, but let's speak, hypothetically speaking, let's say they're able to go on Mars. It's totally ridiculous. Let's say they're able to go to Mars. Do you think they're going to take you and your children? No. They're going to take only those who are the most reptilians infected, all these top, well-read, supremely educated, rational, practical scientists. Because that's the way it is designed. They're designed to make sure you do not get involved into the spirit, the understanding of God's cosmic design, the spiritual values involving the soul, the cosmos. They're not interested for you to know that. They have to entertain you. Sports, entertainment, drugs, sex, gluttony. They'll use absolutely anything as long as you don't pay attention to what I'm saying to you. That's why stupid video get viral, not mine. All right, so it's kind of to me, it is shocking that people would actually take a chance and believe the promoters of those trips. Wow, that's negative to hell. They're taking chances with your respiratory system. God knows you go there during one of your negative cosmic virus, and believe me, you're going to get cancer. It's just the way it is. What else do we have that's mind-boggling? 425.5 million MLB stars just want to keep a low profile. Believe me, if I had half of that money, I would also keep a very low profile because there's crazy people out there. But see what the reptilians do? They want to keep you interested, kicking a ball with your foot, with your hand. Sports. I love sports. I'm like you. Believe me, I like fighting. I like boxing. But I understand the game behind it. And you see this huge arena of people, thousands upon thousands of people, making sure that some of them are totally gifted. Some of these players have been abducted by the reptilians and give them a very specific gift with sports, as much as they infected the fetus of young mother who smoke pot all day long, and turn their children into Down syndrome, autistic, gays, lesbians. No accident. I mean, the more gays and lesbians there are on the planet, the more the reptilian agenda is working, because They don't duplicate. They don't reproduce. So, you know what? Long story. I'm not the one to upset people. I have a lot of friends who are gays and lesbian, and it doesn't change anything in their intelligence. They are beautiful people, very smart people, same red blood running through their veins. It's just their physiology. Yes, they are victims. They don't know. All right, what else do we have that's shocking? Study links common drugs to dementia. Wow. Talk about that one on a personal level, because as I said, you know, as soon as I ingest that shit, I need it, because they said I cannot have a blood clot and fight infections and God knows what. So you got to listen to your doctor, because I'd rather fight panic attack, you know, walking around with my crouching all night long around my pool, trying to walk, sit there, whatever, take some fresh air. I don't want to bug my wife. I don't want her to remotely feel how I feel. It's panic attack. It's incredible. And if you keep taking some of this medication, well, you're definitely going to be subjected to dementia. So at least one of my medication that was messing me up the most is now off. You don't take it. My wife is very happy. She's not giving me this anymore. So I can relate to that, and it's true. You know, it's true. Be careful what you ingest. If you feel that you have to take medication like I do, and you feel a negative response to it, just talk to your doctor. Let him change it, or just avoid it. Now, what else again? That's crazy. 4 police officers were killed in 7 days. Oh my God. Well, yeah. You can Google Dr. Turi. Police recurrent. Since 1991, I've tried to reach the police and to make them aware that Pluto, the Lord of Hell, who regulates power, control, superwealth investigation, the FBI, the CIA, the criminal element, when those negative cosmic winds are on place, or during my SOS to the world, those cops get killed or kill people. They don't know. They have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. They ridicule my work. They won't even honor the word science and dig into my work. For if they did, I would be able to give them some dates, so many of them would not have to die. Hey, the way it's set by the reptilians. Inmate beg for medical care from a private government contractor. Again, understand that is so shocking. You know, so many people in jail. Some of them for stupid things like, you know what, smoking pot. Ridiculous. So many people don't need to be in jail because they're addicted. They should be going through rehab. And then this is all about money. That's why you have, you know, jails everywhere. It brings money, greed. That's all there is, you know. Sad. It's sad. And that's where investors put their money. It brings more money. They don't care about the people. And then they give him a lot of medication. And some of them end up, you know, killing each other, so killing themselves. Sad. Pretty much like those cops, they visit traditional psychologists or psychiatrists. Next thing you know, they use the gun against their heads. That's sad. You know, I don't know if I probably told you, if you remember one of my previous video, one of my students says, you know, well, Dr. Turi, I've learned more in your week-long crash course in Sedona than 7 years in an accredited university, and that is a psychiatrist. It's not a psychologist, it's a psychiatrist. It's a doctor. Little did I know when I was a kid I was going to teach who in America. I'm a soul doctor. And I'm experiencing both. And that gave me more knowledge. He added to my own repertoire of wisdom for me to go through those, to ingest those medications and see how it felt. It reinforced my teaching to you. How would I know if it's real or not, that those medication are really hurting you. If I didn't feel it, it's like me trying to teach you how to avoid cancer if I never had cancer and beat cancer. Well, there is a conference coming up on how to stay young and how to use natural healing power. You want to join that one too. You're going to have a blast with what I'm going to teach you on how to stay young. I'm 60 years old, 69. Excuse me, I wish I was 60. There's tricks that I do that I can teach you. I'm not going to teach you now. Very simple tricks that you got to do so you can take 10 years out of your face or your body for that matter. Hey, need to know you to find out, my friends. Okay, what else do we have? The short life of a 6-year-old little girl who died near the US-Mexico border again. I mentioned children. That's shocking. House Democrat blast Trump administration over border detention. How dare you talk to your children? The word children is in my keywords, and here goes the news. But children, it's important for you to auto-analyze yourself. As far as shocking news and technology or things of this nature, look at me. I was talking with my wife and I said, honey, we have a kind of a slow technology here. My webmaster, Tom, is helping me with all sorts of work for my UFO conference, for my slideshow and so forth. So maybe you need to get, powerful technology. So there you go. Yesterday, my wife called my cable company, and we got the best of the best, much speed, 1,000. And I'm not technology, I don't know, too old for that. But we got the best of the best, and they're going to come on top of my house again, change the dish, whatever they're going to do. And then I'm going to be able to download all sorts of pictures, do all sorts of things that accelerate the process. So again, technology. Do you think I knew that we were going to discuss this option with my great webmaster, my savior out there? Okay, he knows better than I do. So he says to me, Louis, you're going to be very happy and very surprised. Wow. So there you go. So auto-analyze yourself. Did you do something? Did you lose your phone? Change your phone? Did you get a flat tire? Did you get stopped by the cops? Did you get lost somewhere? Is there somebody you haven't seen for a long time came back into your life? Can you relate to something that is abnormal? A lot of people don't auto-analyze themselves. That's why I'm doing this, explaining the news and those cosmic winds so that you can say, okay, well, let me see if Dr. Turi is right. Let me check it. As I said, one of my girlfriend, long time no see, 10 years, she was so happy to land on one of my YouTube video and say, wow, Dr. Turi, I'm so glad I've seen you. That's what you need to start to investigate. When you watch TV and you see a helicopter crashing on top of a building or explosion or things of this nature, or affairs involving Apollo 11 or Chernobyl, that's the past. That's Mercury retrograde. That's what it means to gain cosmic consciousness, to be aware. All right, let's see. Do we have anything else here? Frustrated tree man begs for hands to be amputated. That's, my gosh, this guy has hands and we like trees. Well, again, he's from India, so God knows what his mother ingested for this kid to develop such a very nasty negative growth. Reptilians will do anything and everything to mess up people. Yeah, it's just sad for this beautiful young man to suffer such a curse. The doctors don't know. Well, they will find, all sorts of names. As much as, NASA finding new planet every single day or a new black hole every single day. They're going to maintain the entertainment so that when they need money, you'll be there. Can you believe that one day, we might get a meteorite that killed everybody on planet Earth? No. The only meteorite that destroyed the dinosaur was set by the Draconis because it was time to get rid of the reptilians. Okay, it's a long story. You're going to hear all the details when you see the pictures on my slideshow, oh my gosh, it's amazing what people. There's just, as I said many times, there's just a very, very thin hair between divine cosmic information and pure imagination. And remember, most of the people, most of the experts who talk about UFOs never seen a UFOs. Oh my gosh. All they do is to repeat what has been said, someone else's story, whatever they read or whatever they watch on the videos, and make a living with that. It's entertaining, it's education. Understand that? I understand it. But it's time for you to digest the truth now. That's why I'm coming. Gonna have fun. All right, now you're gonna see a picture of my good friend Dr. G. Yeah, and I. Beautiful guy, very smart, very, very good what he does. We have a good connection. It's like with George Norrie. This guy used to be the DJ of Art Bell the old days. Funny, because Art Bell was in 1995. I did my first show with Art Bell. So initial, I gave on June the 20th. I did a show with Dr. J, and I gave him the date of July 10th, the 17th, and the 30th. So again, when you go and read the newsletter after this, you watch that video. I'm going to use that again, and I'll see you on the first date on July 10th. That's the cosmic window in those days will be Plutonic. Oh my gosh. Remember, the reptilians reside on Pluto, the underworld, the Lord of Hell, the demon, the evil, in the dark planet, so to speak. That's one of their bases. It's their base in the solar system for the reptilians. So that's the window that they enjoy the most. It's the most obvious window. So you're going to see death, drama, terrorism, crazy people killing people. I mean, I hope we're not going to see another school shooting or a deadly terrorist attack. But you know what? That's what July 10th saying. So I'm well ahead of time, well ahead of the news, so I can prove to you that Draco is real. Cosmic consciousness is a must to have, so that you can handle your fate. You need to realize God never came down what not works. All religion were created by the reptilians to create chaos, mixing our language also. Okay, God created the stars and the heavens for more than the sake of beauty. He gave it to us for interpretation so that we may lead a more safe, productive life. That's all there is. All right, I also gave the 17th, that's earthquakes, tornado, tsunami, shocking, the type of windows that we are currently under right now. It's coming back, And then July 30th, beginning of the end of important phases of life. This is where something very important has to start. Not only at a global level, like war in Iran, for example, but also the end of important phases of life. And I gave these dates on one of my radio shows. That's when I lost my mother. And that's where David Icke was banned from Australia, making all the people in Australia being forced to an end. They cannot listen to David, thanks to the draconics, because it's okay to educate people through conspiracy, which are very real. David is a genius. I always say that. He's a very smart guy, but he's infected. If you don't have any cosmic consciousness, you cannot guide people on what really is going on. Again, not just the Queen of England or every famous people turn into a lizard. Nobody turned into a lizard, okay? But your mind is lizard, is infected because fears, negativity, that's what reptilians needs, okay? And when David went to the Isle of Wight and wrote his first book in 1995, if I recall, I told him, David, the tail of the dragon is in your subconscious. You're going to be dealing with forces you may not be able to handle. Next thing you know, he saw those reptilians. He stayed hours and hours and hours and hours in a remote area, writing his book to the point where he was able to stimulate the superconscious and then see these things. knows? Maybe I know he likes red wine, and maybe he smokes pot. I don't know. And that's his private life, And he saw the reptilians. He's convinced that they are real. They are real, but in his head, in his head, because it's so psychical. It's so psychical, The there is an order out there. There is a very, very serious order. This order is imposed by the Galactic Federation of Grand Cosmic Order, and they do not want any group of extraterrestrials to interfere with the humans' affairs. The Draconis are law obedience. The reptilians are not. That's why they are using their ships to do all sorts of things, to hijack the body, the mind, and the soul, to interfere, to abduct human beings, like I did. When the first time I was abducted was by the reptilians. Then after that, all the rest were Draconis, as a specific purpose. So I gave more information on Dr. J about the reptilians and the Draconis agenda. Take the time to listen to that show that was put on YouTube on June 20th. Okay, listen to Dr. J Radio Live show. Listen to our discussion. Feedback is much more coming, but you need to be re-educated on what you have firmly accepted as reality as far as UFO is concerned. And then keep an eye on those days because I will be there. Okay. Also, middle of the year, super deal. I give my books literally for free for $5. Investigate, get this, spend the $5. Believe me, it's all that you heard about the government, the shutdown of government, the large corporation, the UK, everything that's happening on a personal and universal level was fully predicted well before it happened. Try $5. But you know what? Here's a trick. You're going to realize I'm real. So when it comes to 2020, Nostradamus, personal and universal dragon forecast, you're going to get it like everybody else because I'm real. And that again is me to know and you to find out. So, again, there is a lot of things to discuss about extraterrestrials. When you come to my conference, wherever I'm going to be in the future, if you remember me, you're going to be entering a new world. It's going to be a new voyage. Information that, as I said earlier, you might have a bit of a problem to digest or accept. But those who are reading my newsletters, listening to my YouTube videos, are going to be trained, if I can use that word, to better assimilate my future information about the reptilians and a lot of humans turning slowly but surely into reptilians. Educated, scientific. Oh my gosh. All right. There's all sorts of good things about cosmic consciousness that I offer. That will be at Uluru in 2020 in Australia. There we may end up also going to Egypt. Always wanted to go to Egypt and see the pyramid on the lecture there. It's going to happen because the future is nothing else than a reincarnation of the thought. The anti-aging getaway cruise. If you want to stay young, if you want to gain more magnetism, all these pills and all these products that they're putting out there on the market, they could end up hurting you in the long run. All you got to do is use your hands. The only thing you're allowed to use is Nivea cream. Now, if you want to get better results, it's olive oil. I cannot discuss olive oil is all my secret on how to stay young. Not just yet. But if you're curious enough, the Nostradamus Kabbalistic healing, natural healing are just literally mind-boggling. And in any one of my UFO conference, providing I have a workshop, I give the option to either do it physically interacting with someone that you met on that ship or that conference, or your boyfriend or your husband or your friends, male, female, male, female, whatever it is. And use your hands, use your feet, and use all that I know to help you to stay young and stay healthy. Mercury is retrograde. Remember, Mercury rules motions, and that's why motion means my legs. I cannot move. It's a perfect time for me to have that surgery. The timing was already, set by the cosmic codes. And Mercury is retrograde. You're not supposed to go forward. You're supposed to go backwards and reevaluate things you've been taught. Go deeper into your own spirit so you can really understand a lot of things that when Mercury is direct, you're not allowed to, you're not able to, because you're supposed to go forward. So this type of videos are going to pay off for a lot of you who are pre-trained, so to speak, before joining me in any of my future UFO healing or, staying young type of conference. Gift of youth. All right. I want to take this opportunity one more time to thanks every one of you for listening to me today. And I want to, tell you one more time, God willing, I will be here again in the future, tomorrow, after tomorrow, the day after, depending on how I feel. Because, sitting on that chair put a lot of stress in both my hip and my back. And I have no pills yet. So I'm at the end, I cannot take it anymore. So, God bless you. Make it a beautiful day. Talk to you again soon.